The following is part 1 of one of our Patreon-exclusive bonus campaigns. To listen to the rest, go to patreon.com/DnDark podcast.
D&Devils is an absurd, over-the-top comedy adventure that is intended for older audiences. Content warnings can be found in the episode descriptions.
We're going down.
Hello and welcome to D&Devils,
A co-opetitive Realplay podcast loosely based on Pathfinder 2nd Edition.
and starring some of Hell's most expendable imps. I'm Jordan,
And I'm Danger Dan Jerz.
and we are your co-hosts/Devil Lords.
So this is a mini-campaign that Jordan and I are going to be co-DMing using the Pathfinder system. It's very similar to D&D. It's got a lot of little differences, but we'll explain those as they're relevant. This mini-campaign centers around the never-ending war between the Devils of Hell and the Demons of the Abyss, taking place throughout the Nine Hells during a particularly bad incursion of demonic forces.
Each player is going to be playing an imp from a different layer of hell that each serve their own particular devil lord. Each of them have their own secret goal that they have been given by their devil lord, which they will be rewarded for achieving. But many of those goals are in direct opposition to each other and to their collective group mission.
And that mission is the reason they've come together in the first place. Asmodeus, the King of Hell, has gone missing, and the demons are continuing to advance.
The other devil lords have agreed on a temporary alliance, sending a ragtag group of disposable imps to collect the components needed to cast a summoning spell. This spell would bring Asmodeus back to hell so he could once again take charge and push back the demonic army.
But since the ruler of the Devil Lords is away, it would be foolish not to take advantage of the power vacuum.
Right.
So, each of our imps is carrying a secret goal unbeknownst to the others as a way for their specific boss to get a leg up over all of the others in these particularly turbulent times.
All right, so with all that, imps, go ahead and introduce yourselves.
Hello, my name is Kendra Taylor, and I am playing Calamity James. I am the oracle of the group, and I am subservient to the wonderful, the powerful Baalzebuul. And to give a little bit about myself, I am just a humble card shark with a beautiful lavender skin, the most precious horns you have ever seen atop the most precious crown. And if you aren't careful, I might steal your heart, amongst other things.
Oh.
James, damn.
I worked hard on that.
It's beautiful. Freaking love James.
I am Grayson, playing
Conjuror Rotspell. Yes. So, I do serve the almighty powerful Devil Lord Mephistopheles. I am considered a wizard, among other things. And, I'm here to bring more light to the world. That is Mephistopheles.
As for Conjuror Rotspell, if you could think of a dirty, grimy looking cat, that's pretty much what he looks like. He has long, baggy robes. He's got a hood that he doesn't really wear. Little ears are kind of popping out the sides of what look like really thick blue blocker glasses.
Awesome.
Hey everyone, I am Ben Magnet, and I play Derza the Binder. And my boss is one of the best bosses in all of hell. It is none other than Glacea, the warden and daughter of Asmodeus, the king of hell. I am a magus, and also I'm a hell cop, and the way I look is I stand at 6 foot, 6 inches tall, 6 centimeters from hoof to horn. I also have a very luscious and beautiful lavender skin, but I got these 2 giant Toro bull horns coming out my head, a bit of a septum nose piercing. I am also wearing a body armor vest that reminds you something of a police officer's Kevlar armor, but it's a little more shinier with a big golden red badge on it displaying who I work for. On my waist, you see a belt with some handcuffs, a few other policing items, such as a nightstick and a big-ass boomstick strapped to my back. And let me say, I ain't afraid to use it.
Yeah.
Because this raging bull cannot wait to go into a china shop and wreck your shit up.
Yes.
All right.
Is that a promise?
Oh, darling, you don't want me to make that promise.
Woo.
Such a jock.
Hi, my name is Daniel Cruz, and I'll be playing Auditor Oozedouse, a collections agent from the IRS, the Infernal Revenue Services, in service of my lord, Mammon. I have this beautiful, wonderful red color and an austere face, and the regular suit that we wear, as we all know, it's drip or drown, and we in the IRS do not drown.
Oh, I see how this is going to be.
Wowie zowie.
Hi everyone, I'm Aaron, and I will be playing Prosecutor Lerroze, apparently the second devil from the Hell's southern sections.
We are down south as far as you can go.
I work for my esteemed bosses Fiona and Belial. I am a gorgeous pink thing with a couple of heart-shaped horns, and the only thing slicker than my smile is the suit that I wear.
Wow.
An eye for an eye is what makes my justice blind, and if you're gonna deal, might as well go double.
Ooh!
All right.
Yes.
Excellent.
What a
What a
squad.
wild fucking cast.
I know, right?
So now that we have our players, the ingredients that you are all trying to gather together for the summoning ritual, you will require a diamond worth 1,000 gold from the Vault of Mammon in the layer of Minaris, a spell scroll of summoning from the test facility of Mephistopheles in Cania, an infernal arrest warrant from Glacia's prison in the layer of Malbolgi, the schematics for the arcane summoning circle from the archives of Baal in Maladomini, and a gavel of judgment from Fierna and Belial's courthouse in the layer of Phlegathos. You can gather these items in any order, so it is entirely up to you which layer you want to go first. As you all find yourselves in the general central hub of the Nine Hells, where over a lake of lava is a Twilight Zone Tower of Terror looking structure that spans all 9 layers of hell as you make your way through the dingy Art Deco doors that slowly pry themselves open, and you step into the infernal Hellevator. Before you on the control panel are layers 1 through 9, each listed by name, so you can choose collectively amongst yourselves where you want to go to first, what ingredient you are going after in what order, and how you want to conduct yourselves. So I will turn it over to all of you to introduce yourselves and decide where to go to first.
I feel that dear old James is getting a good read on his counterparts and specifically eyeing the tall one and the pink one. For what? You don't know.
I can't help but notice a wandering eye over there. Care to introduce yourself?
No, I'm good.
I was talking to our card-themed friend in the corner, and explicitly not to you, whatever the hell you are.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I hope I'm not being rude. I just can't help but notice the stature that you hold.
Why, thank you very much. It's the esteemed appearance of the DA's assistant.
Question for the DM. Are we aware of where everyone is from, or should...
I would say you would generally know what layer each of the others belongs to. You would have a passing familiarity with the way each of the other layers works. You will have a particular leg up on your own specific layer, but you've been around the Nine Hells long enough to have a general sense of what each of the other hells are and what their people are like.
Okay.
I was going to say, while they're doing that one and trying to figure that out, Oozedouse literally looks down at the pin on his lapel that just says IRS. He just looks down, looks back up, looks down at the pin, looks back up at them, looks down at the pin, looks back up at them. Doesn't say anything.
Yeah, I do believe we understand. Thank you.
I'm just like standing in the corner, like just listening in, tapping my nightstick.
Well, I would love to have introductions of everyone, but we really should be going. It is a little cramped in this room, and while I do not mind rubbing elbows and maybe some tails, maybe we should get along with it. And at that, my tail flicks the nose of Lerroze.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my. Why, certainly. We can go wherever the group suggests.
Keep your tails to yourselves, please.
It ain't a crime.
Not yet, it isn't. I turn around and I just like give a cold, hard stare to both Lerroze and James. It's like, if you guys want to get funky, do it on your own time. We have a job to do.
Well, you're always welcome to join.
Get a room. Please, just get a room.
We are currently in a room.
That's on me. I should have said that one.
For Rotspell, can I just go ahead and do Read Aura?
Yes.
Go ahead and describe the Read Aura ability.
You focus on the target object, open your mind to perceive magical auras. When the casting is complete, you know whether the item is magical, and if it is, you learn the School of Magic.
So what exactly are you focusing on?
I don't think we have bags or packs, so I'm looking at waistlines, like where you would carry things on your belt.
Sure, so you want to do a general scan of everyone in this room to see if you can detect magic, sort of?
Yeah, if that's possible. Or I would just pick a random person.
I would say for anyone who has something that they want to keep hidden, go ahead and make an occultism roll.
If you have a magical item that you don't want the greasy cat to eye.
22.
Perfect.
And to contest that, I'll have Rotspell you roll Arcana.
Sounds perfect to me.
It's going to be a 23.
Thank you.
James and Oozedouse on that.
I only got, 13 plus 7? 20?
Oh my god.
I don't think I...
So with a 20, both of them beat your check.
Yeah.
You can tell that the two of them are keeping something hidden from your detect aura. You don't know any specifics, so you don't know what they're hiding from you, but each of them is hiding something from you.
Oozedouse literally just shifts his briefcase to the other side of his body.
We're aware that he was sniffing around, like eyeing things.
Yes, you felt his gold little eyes kind of scan you.
Yeah, because I would say that you just probably see him just kind of like adjusting his glasses, and you see maybe some what looks like digital readings kind of like going across the surface of them.
Okay. Well, talk about a wandering eye. If you want to get a little closer look, you can just ask.
Do you mind if I get a little closer?
Absolutely not.
Oozedouse immediately just points at James and goes, heard.
Well, this has all been absolutely titillating, but I do believe that we should get on with the mission.
I completely agree. That said, I don't think we can actually head up to Phlegathos at the moment. They're kind of using the Gavel of Judgment, so anyone else have a place we can go?
I have a wonderful...
All of you are kind of in my way. So
I'm sorry?
I can't reach the buttons, so all of you are kind of blocking me. But wherever you want to go, let's just... Can we please go somewhere? Because I'm getting a little itchy.
I'm going to use my tail to reach around and push onto level 7.
Okay.
As you push the button for level 7, Maladomini, the lights all begin to flicker and shut out one by one. The lights of the infernal elevator flick off, and you see a spectral image in front of you of an identical elevator shaft with a collection of 1920s socialites that all look to you in confusion. As they all plummet to the floor beneath them, that spectral shaft plummets, and then all of you plummet. Everybody go ahead and make a reflex check.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Holy shit. I get a +6 to reflex? God damn.
Wow. I say wow as I get an 11.
I say wow as I get an 18.
9.
I, too, got an 11.
I don't know if we're flying up or flying down, but would I see if there's a way to tell what's going to happen, and then I just simply do a warp step to ease my landing?
Depending on the outcome of your reflex roll, if you roll high enough, you can tell when the elevator is about to stop moving and can warp step yourself to avoid the fall damage.
Just jump.
Yeah, I would say using some Pathfinder mechanics here, give yourself a +2 circumstance bonus. So just whatever your roll is, add 2 on top of everything.
So not that it matters, but I just got a critical success.
Wonderful!
For the 3 that rolled 11 and under, you will take a d4 of bludgeoning damage. Derza, you are okay. Conjuror Rotspell, describe and flavor your flourish on how you use your warp step to teleport around this as flashy and as showy as you would like.
Okay, so as he's rising in the air, because of course there's no seat belts, he's just, woo! And then all of a sudden, as soon as he sees the ground coming as close as it can to him, he slightly panics and just does a quick snap of the fingers, and he's just on the floor, notices that maybe some other people may have gotten hurt, but he's slightly confused.
As the elevator's momentum sharply and suddenly stops, the doors creak open, and you walk into the 7th layer of the 9 hells, Maladomini.
All right. So you appear before Maladomini, a vibrant, beautiful city with elaborate tiling and marble decorations. The air here, surprisingly, is quite temperate and fresh. A very stark contrast to many of the different levels of hell, which have more of that recognizable, sulfuric, hot smell. The center of the city is a large reinforced building, famously known as the Archive of the 9 Hells. You all know that any piece of documentation, no matter how big or small, is recorded, copied, and filed away here with very careful dedication. And as you guys are walking towards the archive, being led by none other than Calamity James, you know that you are all going to appear before Baal. Now, all the Devil Lords in Hell are famous, of course. Everyone knows them. You guys definitely know them. But for all of you, Baal is infamous. Baal is known for their lies, their trickery. They are very famous for being caught trying to overthrow Asmodeus the last time a demon incursion was pushing through the gates. But you know, as devils, in and of itself isn't a crime, but they broke devil law by knowingly altering documents that came into their care in an attempt to besmirch Asmodeus. The punishment for Baal's crime was to attack their vanity, and Asmodeus enacted 2 laws against them. 1, Baal would become a disgusting slug monster for 1 year for every lie they told to a fellow devil, retroactively enacted. And 2, any deal made by Baalzebuul would end in disaster for the other party. All devils know this, and this eventually led to all devils not wanting to have a thing to do with gross slimy Baalzebuul.
Mostly gross slimy Baalzebuul. He has very recently met his sentence, and so is back to, more or less, his traditional form. It's been millennia.
Millennia of gross sluggy mass. You see spiraling deep down all the various levels of the archive. They look like they go on forever. That void is endless, and you see before you these 2 giant gold winged sculptures in front of this door that is over 20 feet high, and you see the door start to creak open, and the shape of a fallen angel steps through, whose skin looks like it's the piece of a night sky itself. It's a deep indigo speckled with gold. And this giant form is very just overly decorated, very garishly just covered in silks and golds. But not all the slug features are gone. The horns still come out to a fringe, kind of reminiscent of rhinophores. these bright, white, burning, glowing eyes look down at you as you're all scattered and kind of running around and doing your own little thing. And Baal reaches out their arms before you, does a little spin, and says,
You like? Oh, it's been so long since I've been in this form, but it's much better than my previous one. Much less sticky. Oh, what can I do for all of you on this beautiful day? It's not often I get company.
I tell you what, you have some good defense attorneys up on my lair. I have to deal with them every other Thursday, and they're a sneaky bunch.
Why, thank you. Flattery certainly works here. But I'm sure you all came for a reason. And hopefully not to talk just about my wonderful defense attorneys.
As the doors were opening, I was already making my way up to greet the beautiful Baalzebuul. And has Calamity James seen him recently? Like, has he been in the realms enough to where, like, he got to see the newest transformation of what?
I think you've recently heard that they transformed back into their original form, but this is the first time you are seeing it.
Oh, I am at his feet. I have prostrated myself, and I am paying the utmost of deference and respect. Oh, my lord, it's so amazing to see you in all of your glory. I brought counterparts to help with our goal to bring Asmodeus back into the realm, wherever he may be. But first, everyone, come look upon him. Isn't he glorious?
Oh, sweet little tiny itty-bitty minuscule little James. It's so wonderful to see you.
And they're gonna reach down and kind of scoop you up.
How can I be of service to you today? You said you were here to find something.
Yes, my irreverent Devil Lord. We are here on a mission to find a very special piece of archival information. You see, we are trying to find the schematics to enact the summoning circle to bring dear Asmodeus back from whence he is.
Oh, of course. You know, as much as I would like to leave him wherever he is, I will say yes, the schematics are here. And it's very good that you all came to me. Because as far as I understand it, all the other Devil Lords are going to do what they do best and request a silly little quest of all of you, make you go run some tedious errand, but not I. I appreciate.
No, let me see. I gotta make sure everything he says is truthful. That's the tricky thing with Baal.
In the meantime, Daniel, you had something you wanted to do?
While Oozedouse is kind of meandering towards the rest of the group, I have a feat called That's Odd, which is when I enter a new location, such as a room or corridor, immediately notice one thing out of the ordinary. Whatever you determine it to be, whether it's consequential or not, that's up to you, but
sure.
He's kind of looking around.
What I will say you notice with your That's Odd feature is that within this room, there are no doors or rooms, no means of ingress or egress, other than the door that you just came in from, the door that Baal just came in from, and the giant gaping pit before you. And it doesn't seem like Baal is probably going to let you into his office.
Oozedouse leans over the rail and just goes, Echo.
Echo, echo, echo.
Sick.
Echo.
Sick.
Leans back up and looks over the ball again.
So of course I am not going to do that. I wouldn't dare. You are all free to go into the archives yourself, and little James here, I'm sure, will give you the tour.
Oh, absolutely.
You didn't draw all over him this time, did you?
Calamity James shoots Lerroze a very scathing glare.
Ooh, that looks spicy.
You know, I would understand. It's not every day you get to see a form as divine as this. But yes,
And he lowers James back to the floor.
go right ahead. The archives are right in front of you.
Before Oozedouse goes over to the side, I kind of whisper to him, I was like, not gonna lie, I kind of like the slug form a little bit better.
While this one is beautiful, I felt the other one was more fitting. So Oozedouse is going to kind of make his way to the area where Baal is and all that stuff, and he's going to watch the door. He's waiting for Baal to go back into his office, and he wants to do it for when he goes back in. He's waiting for Baal to go back into his office before I'll explain what I'm going to do.
I was going to say, you guys are smack talking his look. What should I have you roll to see if he hears you or not? Because we know, famously, everybody can hear whispers.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we know that. Yeah.
That's
You know
why
that.
I haven't been saying
Famously
anything.
well.
I mean, I can do a stealth.
Either stealth or diplomacy.
I would say both Derza and Oozedouse do, I would say stealth and diplomacy if you're going to try talk yourself out of it.
Well, that's a 12.
Mine's a 16.
So I would say Baal, hearing the mention of, I like the slug form better, is gonna dart these bright eyes that shine like suns and looks at you, Derza, in your bull form and goes,
Well, maybe you did like my old form better. That's so nice for you. I, on the other hand, don't like it very much.
Oozedouse looks over and mouths, "You are fucked."
Oh, yes.
and this giant being is gonna take their steps over to you and say,
Your form, I actually quite like as well. It reminds me of the Keeper of the Archives, and they get quite lonely.
and Baal is gonna reach down and pick you up by your collar.
Another way that I'm going to help you all is I will give you the fastest way down to the archives.
And Baal is just gonna drop
Okay.
Derza.
Shit.
I hate to do this. I hate to do this, but while Baal is distracted, can I try to stealth into his office?
I was going to try and do the same thing.
I would like to try and convince my lord to not kill, the 6'6.6" punk. Because he might come in handy later on.
Calamity James, you roll diplomacy. Rotspell and Oozedouse, both of you roll stealth with a -2 circumstance penalty.
I would like to just walk calmly down into the archive.
With a -2, that's an 18 for me.
-2, that's a 9 for me.
And that is a 16 plus 6, so a 22.
All right.
I want to come up to him and try to get his attention because I am so small and lithe and minute.
The twink and the twink having a conversation.
Baal does have a fondness for their own little imps and hears you plead.
Please, my lord, please, this one, I, though we have just barely met, and he means absolutely nothing to me, and as he should, because you are the most important being in this entire room. Please, spare him, and give some sympathy to his big dumb brain, if you will.
Oh, James, just for you, this will be the only favor I grant you for today, and it's because I like you so
Oh,
much.
my lord.
I will not allow your friend to splatter on our archive floors. Mostly to help you, but mostly so we don't have to clean up the mess.
Absolutely. His splattering would just be an absolute eyesore, and we don't need that within your presence.
Oh, and if he gets on any of the documentation, I don't want to get in trouble for altering
absolutely.
them. Oh, we know how that went
The
last time.
absurdity.
But yes, if you and your friends would like to jump down into the archives, I will make sure your fall does not end in liquid.
Thank you ever so much, my liege.
Then, with the stealth rolls, Rotspell does not pass, Oozedouse does. So Oozedouse, roll a d8. you are going to be able to take one item from his office. So this D8 will determine what you can get.
Would you say I have enough time, about a minute, to do a pursue a lead and do an investigation, which would give me a +1 circumstance bonus to investigating a clues in this room?
Go ahead and roll perception then.
With the +1 circumstance, that'd be 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26.
With a 26, I will give you your choice of the items I was going to have you roll for.
Okay.
So I will send you a quick list. You can steal one of the following items. None of them
Okay.
are the schematics.
Okay. Darn. Do I have to publicly say what I'm taking?
I would say just message Dan and me.
I mean, you're in the office
just so
alone.
we know. And then I want to say, Ball, as they're turning around to go back in the office, sees little feline Rotspell and goes,
Little lemur of Mephistopheles, what do you think you're doing?
Just a point of order. I'm actually a cat, but I was kind of curious. What's behind these doors? I think.
That is my personal quarters. No imps allowed.
After saving Urza's ass, James is just face palming.
No, it's fine. I've got a backup plan.
picking you up by the smoky, ethereal nape of your neck. Ball is going to look to James and say,
Mightn't we make an amendment to our deal and let this smoke feline flatten?
Oh no, you're gonna throw me. I'm so scared.
Oh, I could do much worse, little creature Mephistopheles, though I don't know if I can do much worse than your lord. I can certainly try.
I have a suggestion.
I will take one suggestion.
How do you like grease? Because I could make some really awesome French fries.
I have spent millennia as a slug. I hate anything resembling slime. So I suggest you don't. And go peacefully down into the archives. And don't grease anything while you're there. That would be so annoying.
Aw, well fine.
Oh my gosh.
all right, and he's gonna kind of toss you into the archives as you kind of just swirl down.
I have made my choice, and Oozedouse is gonna just slip back out of the office and kind of fall in line with everybody else.
Okay, and you see little Rotspell getting tossed down into the pit.
How far wide is the hole?
It's like 70 feet.
Okay, so yeah, I'll use like 2 warp steps, and I'll probably land on like the 3rd level or something.
Okay. If you do that, you will be alone in the archives.
I just don't want to die.
And anybody that would have jumped down, as long as they didn't anger ball, there would be that kind of soft catch at the bottom.
I just kind of cannonball. Just jumping
Cannonball.
cannonball. Yeah, you just hear, like, those of you who are going down slowly, Lerroze, you just hear cannonball.
Now what the devil is he doing?
So I'm going to turn around and give one more deep bow to my Devil Lord Ball. Thank you ever so much for your eternal graciousness, my liege. And with that, I will take my leave out of your presence.
I'm just glad you caught me on a good day. Have a gentle fall, Calamity James, and make me proud.
As I always try to do. And with that, I'm going to do a backflip. Whee!
Hell yeah! Ball gives a little, quiet clap as you go down.
As his hands touch together, they just realize they're a little greasy.
No!
God, disgusting vermin.
And yes, so you guys all descend in your various ways down to the bottom floor of the archives.
All right. So as you are in the archives, you are basically in a 10 by 10 grid. There is somewhere on one of the squares of this grid, the room where the schematics are. There is also somewhere in this 10 by 10 grid, the keeper and guardian of the labyrinth, who will be tracking you down the entire time. You can collectively decide a direction to move. You can move north, south, east, west, northeast, southeast, etc. Basically diagonal, up and down, or left and right. And I will tell you the distance of both of them. At any time, too, Calamity James, since you are more familiar with how the archives works, you will be able to, at your own discretion, warp yourselves somewhere else within these archives at random. If you want to warp to a random location, I will have you roll a D100, and you will randomly warp to one of these other squares. You can use that as a quick getaway from the Guardian of the Labyrinth, or as a way to try to get closer to where the documents are as you are finding your way through. Basically, each directional step that you take, you will move, Rotspell will move, the Guardian will move. And then I will tell you the relative distance of everything.
Can I throw a small wrench in there?
Absolutely.
I'd like to cast Invisible Servant.
Alrighty, I will add your Invisible Servant to the lineup.
Hell yeah. For flavor, it's the court reporter, Deborah, was here with us the whole time. I only just noticed. It was like a Dwight from The Office, like, fuck.
So status-wise, you are 10 spaces away from the schematics and 9 spaces away from the Guardian.
Oh.
Rotspell, you are 7 spaces away from the schematics and 6 away from the Guardian.
Yay!
In a very serious tone, since Calamity James likes to keep things light, he looks at all of them and says, "Do not stray away, for if you do, we will be in much deeper trouble than you would feasibly like to be in. It is not a good idea, so follow my lead."
No cap.
Oh my god.
I look back at him and go, "No cap."
Heard.
Oh my god.
So I would like to, can I just like send Deborah in another direction to also investigate things? Just a third slot on this wheel?
Yes, we'll plop down a token and add that to the turn order.
Deborah, you look at like papers and shit, right? How about you go a different direction and I'm sure you'll be just fine.
No.
Also, Jordan,
Yes.
I was gonna do the same thing.
What, unseen servant?
Yeah.
Do it.
Getting things hard for the DMs. We love it.
Be a crunchy cat.
I'm by myself.
You did that to yourself. All right. You butt off a little cat wisp, like a little cat will-o-wisp.
Oh.
Your child. Sending to certain doom. How dare you?
Oh, that is disgusting.
I just hacked up a fur ball and it turned into a cat.
Hacked a furball.
Gross. He's such a nasty little guy.
As he walks, you hear the wet slapping of the grease.
I know.
Okay, so all of you find yourselves in very just mundane folders, forms, A to Z, 1 to whatever number. They go on forever. It really has the Backrooms vibes, where it's just this eerie, like, copy-paste nonsense just going off in the distance forever.
And you're gonna tell us there's a Guardian? That's even creepier with, like, the Backrooms vibe.
Hey man, but at least the Guardian is well organized. You know they're using the Dewey Decimal System. You know.
Oozedouse looks at Calamity James as he looks around the room. He goes, "You live like this?" I dig it. I'm from the IRS. You not think that this is going to be similar?
Right.
You are an interesting one, and I cannot wait until we can get maybe a little closer, and I can learn more things about you. But for now, we'll have to wait.
Nice.
Oozedouse points northeast, just above table, because if Rotspell is closer to it than we are, then I think we should head towards where Rotspell is, at least in that general direction.
You are now 8 spaces away from the schematics and 8 spaces away from the Guardian.
Oh boy.
Rotspell.
Yeah.
Rotspell Prime.
Rotspell Alpha.
Yay. Would I be able to detect magic to see if I can get a stronger read on where it is?
What I will say, if you detect magic, you are surrounded by magical documents and archives, so you would be completely drowned out.
Information overload.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's like looking for a specific drop of water in the ocean. Take a hero point.
Okay, so that didn't work. So I'm gonna go ahead and tell the little guy.
Okay, so this is what we're looking for. We're looking for schematics of a summoning circle. And for some odd reason, I thought his name was Balls because his paperwork always comes in for magical items and it always says Balls, but we can't ever do it because it always turns out bad for us. So, you're gonna go that way.
And I'm gonna head southwest.
You got it, boss.
I have so much faith in you.
Wow! That's the first time anyone has.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So you, Rotspell, are now 4 spaces away from the schematics and 8 away from the Guardian. Mini Rotspell is 4 away from the Guardian.
Oh.
And the Guardian's going to move, which I'm going to have the Guardian warp.
Warp leave? Because that'd be great.
I can see where he went. Very good.
I don't like it.
Oh boy.
Now it is Deborah's turn.
Where am I going, boss?
All right, Deborah, now if you could also come to the west, but please stay like a respectable, don't come northwest with the rest of us, like sort of regular west. You cramp my style a little bit, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Okay, so you want me to just go the other way and not like with you guys,
You're actually
but
talking
like by myself
way too much
and-
to me. Yes.
Oh, okay,
Please
I
just
guess
move west.
Okay, I'll take my reports over here and I guess I'll just walk over this way.
Oh my god, yes, please.
Poor Deborah.
Deborah is 9 away from the schematics and 3 away from the Guardian.
It's fine. I'm sure he's a nice guy and everything. Probably better than my
Oh,
boss.
they could go on a date.
All right, so now team.
I feel we should still go northwest. Because I feel like that's getting away from the monster, from the
That's what I'm
Guardian.
thinking too.
I get a minion, so I'll just go with the rest of you.
I'm thinking northwest again.
Yeah, I'm good for that.
The eyes have it.
All right, so you move northwest. You are 6 away from the schematics and 2 from the Guardian. Rotspell Prime.
I will move south. Do I see any of the... Are they like scrolls or are they books, like with spines and titles?
It's like a combination of folders and filing cabinets. This is a lot of like single sheets of paper, like stapled pieces of paper, all just kind of categorized and organized.
Okay. I'm just gonna grab a random one just to see like if it's magically endowed to help me or something.
Interesting.
Because of course my eyes got overloaded.
That's fair. Let's just do an Arcana
Could also do a lore roll.
or a lore roll.
Okay. Lore roll. 12 plus 7.
19 is pretty good. So what I will say, you find a scroll of illusory disguise.
Ooh.
So to use, that takes 2 actions to activate, and you can cast illusory disguise at 1st level.
Alrighty. And then do I get an update on how close I am to the scroll maybe?
You are 3 away from the scroll and 7 away from the Guardian.
Yay, that's what I like to hear.
All right, then Rotspell Beta.
What a beta.
That's not very nice.
I would like him to move, I would say southeast.
4 away from the Guardian.
Oh, God.
And 8 away from the schematics. Now the Guardian's gonna move. Now it's Deborah.
Oh, it's Deborah's turn. Okay, so where am I gonna go?
All right, Deborah, you've gotten kind of far away. I feel like I told you to stay close. So if you could move
Yeah, I don't
northwest,
know.
all right, you got to be in like
It's-
reaching distance.
Oh, it's really hard because all these aisles kind of look the same. I kind of am losing my direction here. I've
Nobody
never
else
been
here
here
is getting
before.
backsassed, Deborah. I need you to make me look cooler than this.
Deborah, I think you're doing great.
Thank you. That's the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me.
Okay, you can stop talking now.
Deborah, take a hero point.
Yes! That is now the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me.
I feel like Deborah has a freak streak, if you will.
I will not.
Oh, Deborah.
Deborah is 7 away from the schematics, 2 from the Guardian.
Oh, Bobby. Okay.
The dramatic tension building her up just to get her killed.
Right. Right when we grow fond of her, she just gets squished.
All right, team.
Hear me out. We are getting closer to the schematics, both us and Mephistopheles. So,
Rotspell.
yes, sorry. Yeah, we know cats.
I appreciate the godliness.
Look, man, I don't have all the character names in front of me. I have 2 screens.
Can
I
you
have
hear
to
us,
go.
Meow Mix?
There's a lot I gotta keep floating around in this little noodle soup of mine. Okay.
All right, Leah, let's move west. Let's just move west.
Yeah.
Okay.
You are 5 away from the schematics and 2 from the Guardian.
all right.
Oh, okay. Okay, we're still
All
at
right,
2.
Still
we're
away,
at 2.
still far away from us. Yay.
All right, Rotspell Alpha.
The joys of moving alone. No need to confer with anybody.
We're close enough to where we can hear you. You know that, right?
And I can hear you too.
Oh, well, good.
You can't hear Deborah, though, can you?
Who's Deborah?
Oh, thank goodness.
And you just hear in the distance, nobody remembers me, that's fine.
Oh my God, Deborah. Stop it.
Gonna keep moving south.
All right, you are 2 away from the schematics and 5 away from the Guardian.
Yeah. Oh no. Okay, I think I know where it is.
All right, Tiny Rotspell.
Yes.
Alright, so just a heads up, I have a sneaky suspicion that there's something bad, so I would say be very quiet, be very stealthy, because of course I don't want my child to be hurt.
Okay, I will be very quiet and very stealthy.
I would like Little Rotspell to go southeast.
Okay, gonna just walk down this aisle here.
Little Rotspell is 8 away from the schematics and 3 from the Guardian.
Ooh.
And now the Guardian will move.
Oh no.
I would say, since you guys can hear each other talking, you for sure hear some heavy, loud breathing.
Ew.
Guys, where'd Deborah go?
Oh,
Where did Deborah go?
Deborah.
And now it is your turn.
Where did Deborah go?
I still don't know who Deborah is.
Okay.
It's for the best, I assure you.
DMs, I have a question. I have a spell called Command. Do I have to see the target? Because it just says range 30 feet and targets 1 creature.
What are the components?
Somatic and verbal.
I would rule you don't strictly have to see the target, but you have to know where they are.
Gotcha. Okay, since I don't know where they are, my plan is not going to work.
Yeah, I had an idea of what you were thinking.
Yeah.
Before we move, just wondering, has anyone noticed the absence of Deborah's mouth breathing?
You know, now that you mention it. Oh.
Yes, I do feel much more comfortable all of a sudden.
Ew, you guys have a mouth breather over there?
Not anymore, it would seem.
Just the
Oh, thank God.
specificity of her mouth breathing.
Well, if it's any indication, I think we might have a little extra company we were not expecting to be so close, so maybe we should mosey on out.
You know what? That's the first thing you said that I actually 100% agree with. Let's mosey.
I want to move west.
Just in the quietest voice.
I'm thinking West is good. Yeah, West is good.
Yeah,
You are 4 away from the documents and 2 from the Guardian.
Gotta keep up this pace.
All right, Big Rotspell.
Alpha Rotspell. I will continue to move, I would say, east.
You are 1 away from the schematics and 6 away from the Guardian.
Well, don't I feel safe?
And my little guy.
Rotspell lowercase.
I love how every time we've said it's been something different.
Just a little grease droplet.
Yeah.
Disgusting. Thank you.
I would like him to move southwest, pull another scroll, and maybe knock it off with a little bit of a loud noise to maybe distract whatever is possibly hunting.
Roll performance.
Big brain move.
11. I did tell him to stay stealthy, so maybe he's overriding the stealth part.
Do we have... Let me see if we have a passive perception.
It has its AC. It's got its fortitude save, reflex save, will save. We could maybe do a will save.
I think a will save would be appropriate here for whether it is distracted by...
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna do a roll. You think of a DC.
I was going to say the DC was the 11 that Rotspell rolled.
That is an unnatural 20.
Oh.
So with that, I will say that the Guardian gets a free movement.
Oh, no.
Off in the distance, you just hear...
Is that the wolf?
I ain't saying shit.
Lawrence, please.
And you feel on the backs of your collars a big plume of steam
Oh, is it a train?
as the Guardian moves towards you.
Oh no! Combat mode!
What?
Bum,
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 bum.
Oh no!
Just a heads up, I am not there.
Let's go.
And stepping out of the shadows, clumping through with large, heavy footsteps, are a pair of cloven hooves supporting a massive, muscular, horned body as those two jets of steam spout out of the snout of a massive minotaur.
I look at the Minotaur and I go, Cousin Tony, is that you?
It's Tony!
Oh boy.
So let me retract that entire introduction. So he comes tromping out, and his eyes light up, and a big ol' drum roll as he steps out into the light and bellows out, "It's Tony!"
Oh my god.
And everyone roll initiative.
Oh hell.
And when I said it was my cousin, I was just joking, but now I was like, I wonder if I could talk my way through this.
Oh, it's cousin Minotoni.
Minotoni.
It's Minotoni!
Oh, shit. All right. Let's see. I got an idea now, guys.
So Calamity James will go first.
Oh boy. Okay.
For audience purposes and for your guys' purposes, for combat differences between Dungeons & Dragons and Pathfinder, the action economy works slightly differently. So as opposed to D&D, where every turn you get one action, one movement, and one bonus action, you get 3 actions. Movement counts as an action. Spells and attacks will have a certain amount of actions they will take up. You get 3 actions to do with what you will on your turn.
Okay. I'm going to start this with Invoke True Name.
He did roll up, spouting his name.
Yep.
Describe Invoke True Name.
So, Invoke True Name. It takes 2 actions. Targets one creature whose true name you know.
Wonderful.
Minotoni.
Damn it, Minotoni.
Tony.
And so you speak the true name of a creature to more surely affect it with your magic until the end of the current turn. The target is flat-footed against your spells and takes a -2 circumstance penalty to saving throws against your spells. In addition, the first time this turn, the target takes damage from one of your spells. It has weakness to that damage equal to double the level of Invoke True Name.
Wonderful. So yes, he is easier to hit because he is flat-footed, as well as all those other benefits.
I'm going to burn a hero point, so that gives me an extra action, and then I'm going to cast Bane on Mr. Tony.
So Tony will have to make a will saving throw.
Which I will make right now, but because of your Evoke True Name, he will make with a -2 penalty bonus. He rolled a 6, -2.
Divine DC is 16.
Minotoni failed.
Woohoo!
So with a 4,
I don't want to say his pluses out loud.
does he fail by more than 10?
no.
Okay, so that is not a critical fail.
But going forward, he will have a -1 status penalty to attack rolls as long as you are in the area.
All right, guys. Well, someone save me.
All right. So now it's Minotoni's turn.
All those rippling muscles, and I hope you're not thinking about using them on me.
He flexes, and he's like, Minotoni has one job, and that job is to kick some ass. And he's gonna cast Hunted Fear. The Minotaur snorts and clomps as it hunts its prey, inspiring terror. The Minotaur makes an intimidation check to demoralize all living creatures within 60 feet that can hear the Minotaur. Oh, but not see it. So Rotspell, is he within 60 feet?
He is mechanically 20 feet away.
Awesome. So I'm going to roll his intimidation check. That's a nat 20.
Ew.
Oh my gosh.
So you become frightened as a result and take a -2 circumstance penalty to survival checks to avoid getting lost.
Oh, great.
Rotspell, that instills you with a sense of panic. And as that panic sets in, the aisles, the rows start to kind of spin in your mind and you lose your sense of direction. So going forward, anytime you try and recenter yourself, you have to deal with a -2 penalty. And I think that's it. So I want to use Powerful Charge so I can move up to his speed twice, make a horn strike. If I move at least 20 feet from my starting position, the strike damage is increased.
Oh, don't do that.
No.
Head forward, rushing. He's gonna bump into James. He's gonna bump into Lerroze. He's gonna bump into Derza, and then he's gonna run right over Oozedouse. I'm going to roll to hit everyone. So, James, does an 18 hit?
Well, if I look into my mind's eye, yes, it does. And my 2 eyes as well. And my body is in a lot of pain right now.
As just a hoof comes crashing down.
See, here's the thing. He bumped into you. He bumped into you. He just bowled me over.
Mm-hmm. Emphasis on the bold. Bow. Lerroze, does a 15 hit?
Oh, it just does. The AC is 15. Come on.
Damn.
Me too, baby.
Okay, and then Derza, it's looking better for you. Does a 15 hit?
No, it does not. I am an AC of 18.
Wonderful. And then I am so sorry, Oozedouse. 30.
Whoa.
Are you asking if a 30 hits? Because I don't think he has to answer that.
Is it 10 above your AC?
That is 14 above my AC.
So that's going to crit.
So that is going to be 16 damage across the board for the base damage.
I'm down.
You're down?
Jesus.
Heck. All right.
I have 13 left.
All right. Let's see. As the Minotaur bowls over you, the crit.
This imp didn't have a prayer.
That is another 15 for the crit.
So are you dead?
I think so.
Okay.
Okay, so what happens is Minotoni, he hits Calamity James in the chest with a hoof, crushing him to the ground, elbows and smacks through Lerroze and Derza, just really knocking the air out of him, and then just absolutely bowls over Oozedouse, flattening him, cartoon paper thin, and then you see his form burst into flames, smoke leaving his nice suit just draped on the ground, and all of his items spill out.
And Oozedouse, you rematerialize back at the elevator without your stuff.
Am I naked?
You're naked.
So how we will handle this mechanically, it will take you a certain amount of time to regroup with the rest of the team. In the meantime, all of your stuff is where you died. So we're doing the Dark Souls Hollow Knight.
The exact parallel of that draw.
Cruz, can you stop dying, please?
No.
Please.
Just a little bit.
Which, yeah, so you have unlocked the secret mechanic of DnDevils is, since you're all devils already in hell, when you die, you're just still there.
Mm-hmm. Yep, you can't go anywhere else, so you just respawn.
There's not a secret second hell?
There's not a super hell.
Ah.
Now, I did somehow miss it. What was the bump damage?
I think it was 14 or something.
Then I'm also down. Just not murdered.
Just not murdered yet.
And as I see him mow down Oozedouse, I just go, Minatoni, you son of a cheeseburger.
Hey, you know my mama was a beautiful cheeseburger.
And I know your mama got 8.
How dare you? And he's just gonna bellow. So yes, our 2 beautiful suit boys have been knocked to the floor. Oozedouse, nothing but a pile of smoke, and Lerroze holding it together. Still corporealized, but barely.
Ooh. Well, I'm still up, though I do not know how.
It's honestly amazing, but I do believe it is Derza's turn.
It is, and I am going to cast Command on Minatoni.
Oh, all right.
All right, describe command.
You shout a command that's hard to ignore. You can command the target to approach you, run away as if it has the fleeing condition, release what it's holding, drop prone, or stand in place. It can't delay or take any reactions until it has obeyed your command. The effects depend on the target's will save.
So what is your command?
My command is to have Minatoni go back to his room. Minatoni, you need to go back to your room. You're in timeout. This is just like what happened back in 2nd grade. You know you messed up. You go sit down.
Are you my mummy?
He rolled an 18 for his will save.
Fuck.
You can burn a hero point to try again.
Okay, let's do that.
All right, so I reroll?
Yes.
That's a 12.
Yeah!
So with a 12, that fails.
All right. So Minatoni, hearing you remind him of that traumatic memory in, what was it, elementary school?
2nd grade, yeah.
2nd grade. He's like, I can't believe you brought that up. That's serious. You remind me that my mom's a hamburger, and you remind me that I got in trouble.
Well, that's what happens when you run over people.
And we flash back to the 2nd grade, and Minatoni, towering over every other person in the 2nd grade class, is just sitting in the corner, back to the wall with a dunce cap on as everyone else is completely flattened.
It's not my fault I have a wild spirit. And he's just gonna go running off, sobbing.
Don't step on my kid.
He might. That's what Minatoni do best.
As Oozedouse would say, big oof.
Yeah, I think that's the sound he made when he got eviscerated.
Can I say that, like, what he's left behind is that very dapper suit and his briefcase and his umbrella
And also,
He has a lovely umbrella.
a pair of bunny slippers spill out.
that were in the briefcase, Dan? The briefcase didn't open, did it, Dan?
And the briefcase opens.
And the briefcase opens, and out spill out a pair of bunny slippers.
I'm just imagining Oozedouse on the elevator, stark naked, with like 2 or 3 other imps who just have to be going up and down.
That are just on their, like, morning commute. And they're like, God, I hate working in hell.
Oh, it's one of those days.
You died, huh?
That happened to me last Tuesday.
Yeah, last Tuesday was crazy for him. Yep, it happens to the worst of us. Mm-hmm. They check their watch.
How you dealing with the breeze? It's hot. Sulfuric.
I'm done with this line of thinking.
Don't worry, Ooze, I'll be there soon.
So, Lerroze, you are stabilized. You regain 1 HP.
Oh, shoot. All right, hell
How
yeah.
is he stabilized?
Because we're out of combat.
Oh, okay, cool.
So, back over into the archives, we will just jump directly to Rotspell.
Yay. Oh, wait. What do I have to do? Because I thought I was, like, disoriented.
You are, but because Minatoni is no longer in the picture.
Okay, so I'm good?
Yeah.
Sweet. I'm going to continue walking to, I think it was the west?
And as you make your way to the west, you can sense glowing slightly brighter than everything around it, a manila envelope that is sticking up out of a half-open file cabinet. And you find within it the schematics that you need to lay down a summoning circle. You now have 1 out of 5 of the ingredients you need.
Hell yeah.
Bum, 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 bum.
Hold on. Yeah, it's definitely musty. This smells like it's the right thing.
Gross.
Oh, God.
So he'll just take it and try and find the least greasy pocket and pop it in there.
Very kind of you.
And I will summon my child back.
Just kind of slurp him back up.
Yeah.
And he's back with you.
How was your trip? Did you have fun?
Yeah, I had so much fun.
Did you find any papers?
I found so many papers.
Oh my god, it's such a good day.
Well, how the hell do we get out of here now? Too close to the cat man.
I would say everybody regroups to the office where the fight with the Minotaur happened, to the nice little singed outline of Oozedouse. And Dan, when would you like to say that Oozedouse returns to the group?
I will say first, is there anything that anybody wants to do with the stuff that's left behind?
Absolutely.
So, Oozedouse, roll just a straight D20.
15.
James, roll just a straight D20.
Get under 15, please.
17.
God damn it.
All right, so you do get to interact with the stuff first.
Before a little naked, rotund devil comes scampering in.
Yeah, because I already got the paperwork.
It smells amazing.
Please do not sniff the schematics.
Just huffing it.
Have you never smelt the fresh smell of paper?
I live here. Of course I have. Please, for the respect of my lord, do not sniff our schematics.
Fine.
And I'm going to look at the suitcase.
Alrighty.
Rude.
Can I start, like, looking at the suit and the umbrella?
Roll a straight D20.
That is a 1.
No, you may not.
Oh, why would anyone wear this? It's so greasy.
And just drop it with just a wet plop.
As you pick up the suit and umbrella to examine it, and then you let go of it, suddenly Oozedouse is wearing the suit and holding the umbrella and standing right in front of you.
Damn, he's quick.
It was him.
And I'm just going to point in a random direction.
He like flicks his eyes that way and then looks back at Rotspell. Doesn't say anything, just stares.
As he's doing that, I also go to James and I try to grab the bunny slippers and I put them in front of Oozdouse's face. Is like, care to explain these?
Those look like bunny slippers.
When they say bunny slippers, what exactly do they look like?
Pink bunny slippers with the ears and everything.
With the ears and everything.
He is going to, with as straight a face as he possibly can, say, I sometimes am required to stay late at the office, and I like to be comfortable. Squeak, squeak.
Squeak, squeak.
He like taps his feet on the ground and goes squeak, squeak, and like imitating the sound they make when he wears them.
I love that.
Roll deception.
That is a 23.
Amazing.
So then, Derza, roll opposed on that. I guess perception.
Can I also roll a perception on that?
Sure, also roll a perception.
And I've got the Devil's Advocate feat, which means I'm going to add +2 to my already plus.
Oh no.
And I rolled a 17 for my perception roll.
With a 17, Daniel, message Kendra something about your character that she just learned.
Interesting.
That like she learned from rifling through my bag?
Yeah. It can be as interesting or mundane or relevant as you want, but she learns something about Oozedouse by rifling through the stuff.
A fun fact.
Ooh, I love a good FF. A double F, if you will.
Ooh, I got an unnatural 20.
Still below my 23.
Yeah.
18 plus 6 plus 2.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
So I would say, Derza, you see the bags under his eyes. You see the serious, exhausted demeanor. You have no reason to suspect that he wouldn't spend nights working at the IRS.
What is this? Memory foam mixed with cotton, is it?
You give them a little squeeze and they squeak a little bit. Lerroze, I would say with your very high check, oh yeah, you can spot a liar. You know exactly what's going on here.
Now, how exactly?
You know those bunny slippers don't fit those feet. You see, they've never been worn. There ain't no depression in those damn bunny slippers. And you can see his exhausted face is just built that way. He just reformed. He should be fresh and new. Nah, that's just how he comes.
As I give the buddy slippers a little squeak and I'm waiting for Oozedouse to answer me if they're like memory foam or cotton or whatever, I just say, you know what, screw it. Well, according to the laws of hell, subsection 5, paragraph 2.3, any minions under the employ of any lord are not subject to any outside comforts. These are outside comforts. Therefore, Oozedouse, I'm placing you under arrest.
He reaches over to his bag and starts rifling through, pulls out tax documents. Are these yours?
Oh, shit.
Gain a hero point.
Oh my god.
Just holds them up.
Roll intimidation.
+2 circumstance bonus.
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm gonna burn one of my hero points to
Ooh.
So it's a 19.
Oh, shit.
Very good, very good.
I think you missed a few sections here. I believe you owe. As he goes through, you realize that the amount that you paid in taxes this year is definitely way too low.
I want to use the feat lie to me.
All right, please describe lie to me.
You can use deception to weave traps to trip up anyone trying to deceive you. If you can engage in conversation with someone trying to lie to you, use your deception DC if it's higher than your perception DC to determine whether they succeed. My deception is a +5, so...
I can't believe I'm not involved in this.
Just watching this tennis match unfold.
Fuck.
I feel like Calamity James is just slithering through the both of them.
Is Calamity Jane's going to be stealing the thing that I mentioned was in the bag?
Yes.
No question.
On the die, it's a 7 +5, it's a 12.
That doesn't beat Oozedouse. So
That doesn't. And I have no more hero points to burn.
Oh, Derza, what is the lie that you try to form to convince Oozedouse that this isn't going to work?
I have to think of. I was not expecting to get hit with a tax write-off. Fucking shit.
Nobody ever does.
I'm an auditor. You don't think I came in prepped with everybody's tax forms?
I look at those tax forms and I just goes like, well, then someone's also getting arrested because I don't do my own tax forms. I have my tax guy fill them out for me, and they're definitely going to jail.
He looks at him. This is your signature. This is the handwriting you used to fill everything.
Oh, fuck.
He looks at the signature. Looks at Derza. Looks at the signature again.
It just like spells out in like caps lock.
It's like written in like Sharpie with like closed fist.
And it says Minotoni. No, joking aside, no, it says Derza.
It says Derza.
He was dictating to me. He was telling me what to put down. I don't know. I don't do numbers.
Clearly. And he just takes out a pen out of his lapel and just starts redoing all the papers and holds it up. And the new thing, like you paid probably like 200 in taxes. It's definitely at least 10 times that.
Wow.
Lerroze is going to pull out a little handkerchief and like pat his forehead because Deborah did his taxes. And who even knows?
Can I do a perception check to see if I notice him doing that?
Sure, roll perception.
Can I also say that this is pursuing a lead because I'm in the middle of doing stuff with my tax forms?
Yeah. Hell, why not?
Oh,
which would give me a +1 circumstance to my perception.
I will say before everything hits the fan, Aaron, please take a hero point.
Thank you.
That's a 14 to see if I notice you dabbing your forehead.
Yeah, and then Lerroze can either do a performance or deception.
Sure. They're the same thing. They're both +7, so you can flavor it however you like. Yeah, that's going to be a 23.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah, so I don't catch you. You got off this time.
Woohoo!
But I think we've established that I have everybody's tax documents.
For sure.
Hot damn, what a reversal.
Amazing.
He holds his hand out for the slippers.
You know what? I take out my nightstick. I was like, if you honestly think that these little pieces of paper scare me and gonna stop you from going to jail, you are sadly mistaken. Now, turn around, put those back, and put your hands behind your back.
You seem to think that I won't see you in jail with these.
And The ground beneath you begins to rumble, and chains shoot out from beneath both Oozedouse and Derza's feet.
Oh, shit!
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
And the two of you both are flung down to the ground, tied up and restrained, and begin to melt down through the floor.
As he does this, he looks over, sees James going through his bag, and says, "Do not touch the other pink thing in there."
That's concerning.
Oh, dear.
James quickly tries to stuff it somewhere so no one else sees.
Are all those tax documents on the floor now?
I would assume that they were taken with Oozedouse.
Did my briefcase come with me, or?
I would say your stuff goes with you.
Okay, so yeah, then I have the tax documents.
Do I have the thing, though?
Yeah.
Yes!
So, do we need them?
I do think that we should probably go on ahead and fetch them. I think it is just about time that we go on home to my turf. Phlegathos is probably free as we speak, and I think I can get him out.
Oh.
Especially since we don't have to worry about getting jailed now.
Yeah, it's true. The knock is gone.
Yeah.
All right. The three of you make your way back to the elevator.
And I push that button.
All right. So we're going to court?
We're going to court.
Heck yeah, dude.
Ba-da-da-da-da, we're going down. Welcome to the underground. It only gets worse as you keep going down. Each floor is in store, a plethora of torture for you to explore. Here, delights of pain await. Partake in the torment of the day. Each floor is in store, a smorgasbord for you to abhor. Surrounded by such devilish company, doing the Underlord's work is never easy. But the only thing worse than this torturous lair is the backstabbing cronies everywhere. Ever wonder how bad it could get? Rock bottom ain't seen nothing yet. Just wait till you see what's in store below. You're about to hit a whole new low. Welcome to the underground. It only gets worse as you keep going down. Here chaos abounds, screams resound. Ba-da-da-da-da, we're going down. Ba-da-da-da-da, we're going down.
As you all are in the archives, we've got one collective location for the group, another for Conjuror Rotspell, who is separate from the group. Stop moving.
Don't move your little guy.
Sorry.
Let's get rid of that.
He's curious. He's a curious cat.
Curiosity killed the cat, as they say.
It's okay, I've got 8 more lives.
You think?